Boss, tough one to take today. What was your assessment of what went wrong out there?
Yes, we missed a chance today, without any doubt, because we had a chance today to win points. But I think we started really, really well into this game, and were totally on the front foot, dominated this game. But I was not happy with our body tension in general. So in our sharpness, also like to win the duels in the final third, because when you play such a solid side like Wolverhampton, and meanwhile there was a fourth clean sheet in a row, then it's also important that out of your dominance you're also greedy to score and greedy to create chances. And my feeling was we dominated the game. Our approach was good, our tactical behavior was good, but we didn't have the sharpness to win the duels in the final third. And it was more like the other way around. The first time that they were in our half, anyhow, after nearly 20 minutes, we had a 6-against-2 situation against them in our box, but they were able to score. So it was more like a lesson my offensive players can learn, yeah. And I think it's important that you dominate the game, but also like when there is a chance and to get your reward in terms of a goal, then you have to be unbelievable switch on in order to use your chance. And they were able in the 2-against-6 underload to score the first goal, and it was more or less the same with the second goal. So we cleared the corner kick, and then they were unbelievably greedy to score the goal on the second phase. 3 players went in close to our own goal in order to score, and we were not switched on in order to drop back to defend our own goal. So in both directions, I was not happy with our sharpness, with our body tension, with our being greedy to defend our goal, but also to score goals. So I think in both final thirds we're not top class today, and this was crucial to lose the game.
Yeah, in the final third, obviously throughout we really struggled to create any goal scoring chances. That first 15 minutes when we were really on top, that must have been really frustrating that we didn't sort of capitalise on that, because it's sort of been the story of the season so far.
Yes, we had good situations, but anyhow, so when it counts, we were too nervous where there was a technical mistake, or then really not switch on to be brutal enough in order to be fully committed and fully convinced also that we scored, because we got some fantastic situations. And I don't want to accuse my defense today too much. Of course, it was not easy that we looked unbelievably solid in terms of defending in the recent weeks, and when you have to change in your back four in such a game is not easy. For Ben Godfrey, for example, to come in the first time in the starting lineup since 10 weeks, and more or less the same for Jamal Lewis. Was tough for them to come into such a game. They needed this game more or less like to be there back into the rhythm. So for that, I don't want to accuse my back four too much. Although of course there was a situation when we also lost the duels, but it was more like in general. So I was not happy that we were not physical enough and not really switch on enough also in our body language and our body tension in order to get the reward. Because on such a level, when you play such a side who is unbelievable solid in defending, they are there with 3 clean sheets in a row against top class sides. You need to grab your chances, and today we were not sharp enough.
Yeah, I think you changed things up in the second half. I think Max came over to the left and looked like we were playing with a back 3 for the final half an hour. What was your thinking behind that?
Yes, we need to risk something, because when you're 2-0 down against a side who is so solid in defending, you need to take some risks. And we tried a lot, so we changed our formation then to 3-5-2 to 2 strikers. We changed in personal terms, brought our offensive sweats on the pitch, and took a lot of risk. And sadly we were not rewarded. So it was more like then after we conceded the third goal, it was again unnecessary loss of the ball in their half, but then also 3 times for us the situation to win the duel in order to gain possession back, and we were then anyhow not too soft in the duels in order to win the ball back. And after we were then 3-0 back and played with so many offensive players, I was at least then happy with our commitment then to go further on, because then sometimes you can be punished with a horrible result anyhow. So for that it was then important at least to try everything, not to concede any more goals, and also like to try to score more goals. I was at least happy then with our attitude, especially in the end, so that we stick together and didn't have a fallout anyhow. So it's more like that was good, but you also have to speak about that we need to definitely add more physicality in order to win points.
Yeah, you mentioned it briefly, but Ben and Jamal played 90 minutes each today. That's really important for them, isn't it, moving forward?
Yes, of course. You would have chosen when you can not to bring two players in who were 10 weeks out, but because of the injuries, we had to do this today. And I think they tried everything. It was a tough one, of course, for them to come into such a game, and also good for them that they have some rhythm right now, because we definitely need them, especially after Sam Byram will be out for the next month, season out for him, and. You never know when hopefully Christoph can return pretty soon, but it's still doubtful also for the Leicester game. So for that, it's important for Ben and Jamal. It's at least one positive thing to take.